Welcome everyone. Today, we're going to talk about how climate change doesn't affect everyone equally. Some people and communities are at greater risk. Let's explore who these groups are and what we can do to help. We'll look at 5 key areas, from identifying who's most at risk to exploring ways we can protect ourselves and our communities. Some groups are more vulnerable to climate change impacts. Young children and older adults can be more sensitive to extreme heat and air pollution. People with existing health problems might find their conditions getting worse. Low-income families often have fewer resources to cope with climate changes. Indigenous communities may see their traditional ways of life disrupted. Outdoor workers face increased risks from heat and extreme weather. And people living on coasts or islands are at the front lines of rising seas and stronger storms. Several factors make some people more vulnerable. Having less money means it's harder to run air conditioning or move to safer areas. Some people live in places that are more exposed to floods, heat waves, or other climate hazards. Existing health problems can get worse with climate impacts. Limited access to healthcare makes it harder to get help when needed. And financial constraints can limit the choices people have to protect themselves. Low-income communities, both in our country and in developing nations, face bigger challenges from climate change. They often have less money to adapt to changes, like buying air conditioners or flood-proofing homes. Many live in areas with more pollution or higher flood risks. Their neighborhoods might have older or less reliable infrastructure. Their jobs are more likely to be affected by climate change, and it's often harder for them to access healthcare when they need it. In many parts of the world, especially in developing countries, climate change is causing serious problems. There are more mosquitoes carrying diseases in tropical areas. Food and water shortages are becoming more common. Natural disasters like floods and hurricanes are happening more often and with more intensity. Some people are being forced to leave their homes due to rising seas or extreme weather. And industries that depend on stable climate conditions, like farming or fishing, are struggling. Climate change is affecting many types of jobs. Farmers are dealing with more unpredictable weather patterns. Construction workers and other outdoor laborers face dangerous heat levels more often. Fishing communities are seeing changes in where fish are found. Tourism workers in places threatened by climate change, like ski resorts or coastal areas, may see their livelihoods at risk. And first responders are being called to handle more frequent disasters. Climate change is creating new health risks for workers. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke are becoming more common for outdoor workers. Extreme weather can increase the risk of accidents on the job. Changing environments might introduce new health hazards. The stress of potential job loss due to climate impacts can affect mental health, and some workers might be exposed to new diseases as climates change. Climate change is affecting our food in several ways. Some areas are seeing lower crop yields due to extreme weather or changing growing conditions. Some foods are becoming less nutritious as CO2 levels rise. It's getting harder to transport food reliably due to extreme weather events. Food prices are going up as a result of these challenges, and some traditional food sources, especially for indigenous communities, are changing or disappearing. These food changes can lead to serious nutrition challenges. More children are at risk of not getting enough to eat or not getting the right nutrients. There could be shortages of important vitamins and minerals in our diets. Pregnant women might struggle to get the nutrition they need for healthy babies. Childhood hunger can have long-lasting health effects, and communities already facing nutrition problems might see these issues get even worse. There's a lot we can do to protect ourselves and others. We can support policies that address climate change with health in mind. We can work to strengthen our healthcare systems to handle new challenges. Developing early warning systems for extreme weather can save lives. Investing in infrastructure that can withstand climate impacts is crucial, and promoting sustainable development can help create a healthier future for everyone. At the community level, there's plenty we can do. Starting community gardens can improve local food security. Creating neighborhood support networks helps during extreme events. We can educate each other about climate-related health risks. Participating in local climate planning ensures our voices are heard, and we can all look out for the most vulnerable members of our communities. As individuals, we can take steps to protect ourselves and others. Being prepared for extreme weather is crucial. Making climate-friendly choices in our daily lives can make a difference. Staying informed about local climate risks helps us make good decisions. Getting involved in community resilience efforts strengthens our neighborhoods, and speaking up for climate action and health equity can drive broader change. To wrap up, remember that climate change doesn't affect everyone equally. Low-income communities and certain groups face bigger challenges. Many jobs are at risk from climate impacts. Our food systems and nutrition are being affected, but we all have a role to play in protecting the most vulnerable and creating a more resilient, equitable future in the face of climate change. Together, we can make a difference.